G'day and welcome back to Stitch Up and another episode of Voxel Tycoon. This is our Passengers Let's Play, and I've got the game unpaused and we are halfway through this, what I'd call a mega project. Well, kind of, but what we're doing is, well, last episode, as you would have noticed, we built this second hub station. Just turn the interface back on there and minimize. Now, so here's our original, let's go here, industrial hub, and we're now calling this new station the Gold Hub. So the Gold Hub, of course, is taking in raw gold, and of course we're putting these in these two over here. Did some changes on all of this as well. Put the raw gold in here, and over here as well we've got the gold rings that we made being moved to here. So 211 of those. So what I'll do is I'll actually get rid of this shortly as well. We can get rid of all that, and over here as well we were actually getting rid of the gold ingots and just moving them from one storage to the new storage, which is over here, and I've left room to expand these two with another one on either side. So this episode, what we're going to do is finish the other half of the project, and of course the project still is only half complete, because these long trains that are 250 meters, these long trains actually still get stuck going around the turnabout. So what we were going to do is encourage some of the trains to come across here and just have a bit of extra track for them to go on, and maybe decommission one of the pass-throughs here, so trains that need to turn around and head straight back to go to Gwalior and areas over there might do so this way, but anyone else will go straight back. So we may be able to just minimize what is happening over here. But of course the plan of this episode is just to fully activate this area and create the brand new pass through this mountain pass here. So guys, please jump into the Stitch Up intro and I'll see you over here in just a sec. Okay, so let's pause the game and then start to see exactly what we've got. Now, I'd like to just move this train. In fact, let's unpause the game, let this train go through. Let's see if we can pause it here. Yeah, once the train gets out of there. Yeah, let's do that. Brilliant. Actually, I probably will need to move this one back in. Actually, he's already passed through there and we're going to be changing this a little bit. So let's see how we go about making the mountain pass. So first of all, I think what we can do is we know that these trains here are going to line up. So let's just think about how we want these guys to line up here. We can have them shuffle a little bit, but we want a grade pass here. So this particular conveyor belt is going this way. So let's just get that guy underground to start with. Now let's have a look here. We may want a double line connecting through. So I'll just build in case we want that. So let's do it. Let's just do it like that. I think that'd be good. Okay, jump out of there and put a conveyor belt here to underground. All right, now there we go. So that'll be lovely. Now we want to continue this one this way, and we think all trains are going to be doing this and going around that way. Of course, select the regular rails, and all trains are going to be doing that. So that's going to be where they go. And it means that we're not going to be having trains go here anymore, but we'll just leave that for now. Okay, let's see what we need to do here to get trains at grade. So that essentially should be here, and here should be exactly the same thing. So I might work at the intersection for this side, and I think what I'm going to do is just try and get them to come around here, and then that way we can do a bit of shuffling, but that might be a good way to come around. I want to make this look like it's being built out of the cliffside as well, so we do want to go for some aesthetics as well, to make it quite nice as well. So let's grab it from about here, and of course we can. Now this is going to be expensive. We do have some money there. We probably just, don't need to. We don't want to do too much of a. Let's do a bit of cutback here. So there's kind of where we need to cut back to. Whoop, there's one I didn't need to do. And of course, I will just do a few little bits here. Then I'm actually going to bring the rail in and let the rail do the cutbacks for me. I don't want this to be perfectly even. Let me just bring this out here and just see how we can go there. Right, so we know it's going to be this rail because we're heading downwards along there. So let's grab that. Right, so it's going to be there, and of course I want this to, that's not a bad kind of, that's a pretty good one there. I think that's a pretty good sort of orientation. Now if I did that, I think, let's see where that lines up there. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, let's just go with that, I think. So what are we looking at? 10,000 just to do that small amount. We're cutting through there. So this allows us just to cut through. And it does the cutting through for us. You've got to be careful here not to increase the grade like that, so you can only go like 3 spaces. But if you do that, see, that's a £100,000 cut right there. So let's hold off and we'll see about this. Now this may be a single pass here, so we may not... we do want to do it nicely though. I don't want to knock away too much of the mountain. Geez, actually what we might do here is just... yeah, let's do this. Let's go like this. Let's go like this and make it go this way. And these are going to be shallower cuts now as well. We may actually not... I like to give it a tile or a voxel on either side, but we may not do that just yet. We might just see how it goes, and then, because that is quite close to the mountainside, I might have it go right up against the mountain. I think the train will still route its way through there, and then I think we just try and get this guy straight across. Now, how many is that off? If it's a little bit off, we've got problems. So I don't know about S shapes. Let's get out there, I think. Should we do that, or should we do a tunnel? Can't build here. If I go to tunnel... oh, that could be good. Tunnel could be good. Let's see if we get tunnel. And now what grade are we looking at? Tunnel here. I don't want -3. Let's say don't go down at all. That doesn't work. That comes there. So if you did this... that kind of... that's not bad. I don't mind the idea of the tunnel. Yeah, that's kind of good, because you are saving a little bit of money there as well. We haven't spent heaps. I've forgotten how we're going to be able to do this. Oh, just like that. Just perfectly like that. Lovely. Get rid of that. And now we can cut away a few things. Now, at the moment, this is a one-directional change, so we don't really need it to go in the other direction. It doesn't need to. This just needs to be like a bypass for trains going that way. Trains probably will be able to get through here, but I'm just going to cut this one back. I'm going to cut this guy back, and then over here, I think what we'll do to try and make this look a little bit better, we'll do that. And then I'm just going to do this. Yeah. Okay, and over here, let's just get a little bit of room away. I think they'll still have no problem doing that. I'm just going to see if I can naturally cut that back a bit. Yeah. I mean, I probably really want to get this whole section back like that. 35,000? Yeah, we can do that. Lovely. Okay, so that's pretty good. We are having, you know, it is quite tight there as well. Can I do this? I can. What else? Well, if we're doing that, we may as well do this. Yeah, and then we've got it looking lovely. So that is quite good. Okay, so trains now can route through that way. And what I'll do is I'll just signal this guy up with some regular signals, and we'll see about this. And we're going to run the test and just see how this goes. Now, do I want these guys to be... let's do one before the turn. Let's do another one. It's in one direction, so let's just do one right before this. One again coming out before the turn, and then over here we're needing to check that the intersection is clear, so it's heading forwards, but there, giving it plenty of room. And then I'm just going to do one here coming straight out, a single semaphore going that way. Yep, just to decrease this block, and then I will change this to a pre just here. Heading in the opposite direction, but I'm going to move this one across a bit because we never had an intersection there previously, but now these guys line up, which is nice. I will also just, while I'm there, sorry, with the signals, I will also just grab a decision-making pre-sem and just put him here. And it just gives this little green block. It just makes it slightly smaller, and that'll be lovely. Okay, I think that's nice. So I think that's good. I don't think anyone's going to have any huge issues. So trains now, when I unpause the game, trains now to get in there are going to have to go through here and have a bit of distance to go around them. This is coming from the new bypass route over here, coming into there. It just means trains will stay away from the factory, but trains heading back out can do one of two things. They can either come straight in here and go back into the turnabout, or they can come this way and turn and go back out to the new bypass. We talk about new bypass, but it's a few episodes old now. That's this whole area here. Okay, I think it's time to unpause the game, And of course, if you're looking for your signaling and testing your signaling, guys, it you know, when you unpause the game, you'll instantly get a few trains that will have their little yellow question marks, and you'll get some alarms here. If you don't get those within a couple of seconds, it's brilliant, because it means that your signaling has been great, and we can see this lovely train using that new cut through immediately. And now I will just pause the game just so no one goes on these blocks, and I'll get rid of all this, hold shift and get rid of that. Brilliant. While we're here, I can do this unpaused. Ooh, don't get rid of that station. Get rid of this. Speed 1. Now I want to start decommissioning some of the existing stuff. Right, what do we got there? You're unloading to there, you're unloading to there, you go straight into here. So over here, we know we can get rid of the, well, we can get rid of the gold rings, because we don't need that. All gold products are going to go out of this station, not from there. So that's gone. This is gone. And we can get rid of all of the infrastructure in between. And so gold rings are literally going into here. And that's done. So that's nice. You don't need to be there either. And then just these little tunnels, thanks. Tunnel. And of course, let's go ahead and just rectify the ground there as well. That's brilliant. Okay, so that's gone. And of course, we were then getting gold ingots out of here, which were they originally into here. Gold ingots are now just coming straight out of their factories, and then they're going to see, this factory is not activated at the moment. They're just going straight into here to be shipped out. And at the moment, it's this train that's taking them. I've got 2 of them, but the train is taking the gold ingots just while the system sort of ramps up again, taking the gold ingots to here, over to here, and these little guys are taking it over to there. We might go visit that shortly and just have a look at the whole gold situation, but in the meantime, let's just get rid of this and give ourselves a little bit more room. Now, having bought this room and just getting ourselves this extra room back means a couple of things. We can now probably reposition all these guys back a little bit, including this guy, and we can now make this a double track here. So the trains who are coming on here and getting into the inner pass-through track, let's look at it from this angle, what we normally do. The inner pass-through track, of course, goes back into here. These are primarily trains who are coming back into the main hub. And then the ones that can go on the second one would be these ones here. And of course, this is either heading down to the new area with the gold or heading over to here as well. Don't forget, we have other stations down here as well. If you have a quick look, game is just saving, but if you have a quick look here, we have this other whole, well, I was going to say world, but this other whole area here, Dalgety, and Dalgety is taking a lot of stock and has its own little truck system and is quite good. It now has a pass-through. We gave that some reinvention and reinvigoration not too long ago. But now just looking on speed 1 at some of these trains and how they're going through the pass-through, I'm going to move into speed 3 and let's just watch things go around and just watch how the trains, don't forget the conventional passenger rail has to come around here. These trains are now banking up a little bit, but it seems to be going okay. 3 trains right next to each other, all kind of giving way. We're not having any huge issues. One thing I will do, I'll just pop back onto speed 1 and go and check the rail yards. In the depot, we sometimes put trains. No trains. Our gold friend here, oh, he was red, so he's actually taking the gold ingots. That's making quite a bit of money, and the price is going up. Its supply is now average 57%. But of course, we must remember that that is all dependent on, what's it dependent on? That is all dependent on how much raw gold we can bring in. Gridlock. That's it there. See that? Let's pause. I'll pause, even though it's pause and unpause is the same thing here. So it still is gridlock, even with this. Now, one thing I could do to resolve this, it's not brilliant, is I could say trains always come out at this end. I could say trains coming out at this end must come along here and then go back into there. So any train who wants to get here and go to one of the original areas, Gwalia National Park and Crookwell, any of those trains, no, it's just Gwalia and National Park actually, because the other ones go the other way, but any Gwalia National Park trains, which is quite a few, would have to then come in here and participate in all of this and come along here. That would solve that whole issue. It means that trains will spread out a bit more. I'm a bit loath because it really is making them go a little bit out of the way, but if it means that we're building capacity into the network, that might be worth it. Honestly, I've moved the gold operations to here to unclog it. I've put the extra pass-through in, and I'm still having trains that are blocking each other. I've adjusted my signaling. I honestly don't know what else I could do. I mean, there's this one thing. I was looking at this. I make trains make a decision here when they're going. So on the left hand, they're obviously exiting the turnabout, but over here, they're coming in here and here, right? And if you take the inner one, that means you want one of these platforms, and if you take the outer one, you want one of these, or the pass, or the bypass. Now, I don't know if the game allows the trains to make a decision here, this far out from this station onto what platform they're going to get. I haven't seen trains go round again and get the right one, so I assume that by here they know where they want to go, but I don't think it tells me where they're going to go. See, it doesn't. And I just don't know. Yeah, that's one thing. So what I could do there is I could just not make it so it's like this. I could make it so that they basically, you know, take either of these two. Or what I could do actually is just make this the bypass one and these guys all come off here. So that's something I could do there. I don't think it's an issue, but it's one thing that I've been thinking about. To solve this immediate capacity issue, so yeah, the gold trains. Now, I was actually thinking as well, I had the gold trains coming across here so they didn't have to go all the way around, and that caused even more problems because it blocked the area. You've got one blocking in here and one blocking in here. They were kind of like hooked into each other. Gridlock immediately. Okay, to solve this, I think the only trick up our sleeve is to get trains to now always not go this way, to always go up that way. I might leave the electrification. No, I'd have to electrify it as well because hang on, it's because of the gold. No, the gold trains are not having anything to do with this. So we could de-electrify this as well. Actually, we don't need it electrified. It is interesting. Okay. What it is basically decommissioning this. So let me just take that out. And now every train can go up this way, but we just need to do this. And just put this guy in the depot because he's in the way. We just need to make one change and then we might be okay. Let's see about this. Yep, I think it's this. So trains no longer going this way. They all come up here, but they want to be able to cross over this way. That's going to be the only thing. So like this. Oop, that is not how we do that. That is. And I'll just get some signaling going. Looks a bit untidy there. I think it's okay. Let me do a pre-semaphore here. Yeah, that's all right. And then let me just do a block right there, just to shorten the block here a bit. I know they're small little blocks, but I want to keep everyone moving behind each other. So let's see, if I unpause the game here, let's start to see some of these trains reroute, rethink about their path and whether they can get through. What we could do, see, he's going that way. I don't know why. I don't know why he's going that way. There could be routing issues. There's another trick up our sleeve here. We could put a second row going this way, so trains turn right that way and trains will go left here, and then we can still have them making this decision. We could basically do this. Yeah, it could work. Now hang on, we should have trains moving out. Okay, these trains are moving out. We're just waiting for them to load up. You should be loading. You're almost, you're having issues because you need the circuits. Actually, the circuits really are giving us issues because there's not enough circuits going, I noticed. Come on, we should have trains moving in here. No, we don't. Okay, I think if I reset the train somewhat, we might be okay. So let me pause and click on a few trains, get them over to here, and then we'll get them all out and just basically reset it. So let's get you guys going toe to here. See, they go immediately. Toe to the selected depot to there. That's all those guys. If I then go speed 1, train should get moving again. You definitely should be moving. What's your problem? I can't tell what that signal is. I don't know what. I don't know the semaphores. What the open sign is. Have you got issues? I think because you. Let me just get you out of here because you just seem to have some problems. Okay, let's go speed 2 just while we get a few trains out, and we'll watch a few go. I want to see some trains leave here. The circuits are really slow. The circuit production. We're going to have to fix it. There's the circuit road just there. We are going to have to fix it. That could be what the issue is. Yeah, circuit production is... What's this? Oh, yeah, your circuits. Your circuit, 0. Oh, circuit production is over here. What is the issue? Did we break something? What are you waiting on? Oh, you're waiting on glass tubes. We broke something. Glass tubes. Is this glass tubes? Vacuum tubes. Let me just make sure circuits are waiting on vacuum tubes. Vacuum tubes, yes. Now what is the problem then? Oh, that's the problem. They've been stockpiling. Okay. That's why some of these trains are waiting in there for the circuits too. It's still not helping us. Let me just reverse that. Fix that one up. So speed 1. And you can see there's the error just there. This guy the wrong way. I don't know why it was like that. Oh, of course, I put the rail line in here. I was over here, I put this in. I put the tunnel of the conveyor belt in, but it didn't flick the direction. Sorry if you were screaming at the screen. Goodness. Okay, we're forcing trains to go up, aren't we? Yeah, we are. I'm going to just make another change here while the trains are going. I'm going to do this. And I'm just going to add in a bypass while the trains are actually just going on. There's the alignment. So we do this. There's some cars having profiting issues, but that's okay. We want to get rid of this little track that one's on at the moment and make them come onto this side. So I might have to just do this and get some signaling off. Here's another train leaving, and whoop, whoop, boo, you go. Yeah, there we go, pause. Okay, I can build this one as well and then get rid. Yeah, there you go, that's better. That's a much nicer curve too. We get rid of this one and we add in, so this can now be a block signal here, but a pre next to it, both heading upwards though as we look at the screen now. So that makes that a small little green block. And then over here we need this to be, let's just do blocks here and here, and then hope that everything's good, and we're not using this section at the moment, so we'll just get rid of that. Okay, we then can turn off the electrification actually just for now. So if I go here, here I go electrification. Yeah, I can turn this off now, can't I? No, I want to turn it off though. How do we turn off the electrification? Like that? Yeah, a couple of clicks extra. Okay, let's do that. Let's just do, we don't need any electrification because it was just the gold trains. So what we'll do is we'll do this. Yeah, you still got the pole there. Why have you still got the pole there? Yep. Okay, couple of clicks, 2 clicks. Oop, looking at it incorrectly. And then we do these sections along here. Okay, let's just get rid of a few and then we'll unpause it and have a look at it. That looks a bit tidier already with it less signaling. Let's go like this, unpause, and we'll see some trains move out of it. Not much electrification going on there, is there? No, there isn't. Have If we do this here, the train's still going along that way to electrify. Yes, they are. We just don't need them doing this, but this line might be defunct at the moment. But we are going to leave it there. Now, how are we going with the circuit? So we've got these guys back in. Circuits are now, the vacuum tubes are now heading in here. And no, the vacuum tubes were meant to be heading here. Yeah, I bet they're under here at the moment. So let's go like this, and we should see the vacuum tubes come up here and head into their 3 directions. There they go, 1, 2, and 3, and circuits now are happening. Okay, so they're now happening back to speed 1, and we'll start to look at the flow of trains. Actually, we probably need to go to speed 3 for the flow of trains. Let's just watch things for a sec over the 2 hub systems and just start to watch a few things. Circuits were affecting, because circuits don't need to be heading into here. I mean, here they come. They're coming back in, aren't they? Are these circuits? No, those are those. They're coming along this way. Circuits being shipped out, though. Yeah, here they come. So they'll come into here and be shipped out. But circuits also come into here, get shipped out. These ones come into here and get used for science, but we don't need them to do that. Because, let me just check, the science, the only science we need at the moment is, let me just check, computing devices. Oh, you do need circuits, wow. So you need circuits, and you need copper wires, and you need money, and TVs and radios, and you're getting the TVs and radios just here. But copper wires and circuits, let's make sure that is all good then. Great. God, there's a lot of products in there, isn't there? So speed 1, we're still activating the game, and then circuits are now returned along here, but I might need to increase production. And copper wires, how are you looking for copper wires, people? Yep, you're along there. Brilliant. So you're exporting as well as bringing into this for the science, but it is here. So we really need a bigger run of circuits to get this up. What we might have to do is start looking at supply chains for things like circuits as well. Geez, this episode, it's just been really solving the traffic issues. And oh, we haven't solved the traffic issues because we haven't released the trains. So let's release a few and we'll do them. Let's go speed 3, release a few here. We've only got 3 others. Oh, I love the sound of that. Let's do the other 2 at the same time. Mount Magnet accepts gravel. Mount Magnet over here on the way to Gold Town. I really want someone to ask for the gold rings. How are you going? 520 still for that. Lovely. Still a fair bit of gold. I really want someone to take the gold rings. I was making them and they're worth a fortune, and no customers want the gold rings. I'm having a look everywhere and they're just not wanting them. I might have to go looking at surrounding customers in other lands, but some of the other lands are really expensive now. I just want one of these guys to ask for gold rings. Just go speed 1 actually. Look at that, 70,000 for that. But yeah, I think things like vacuum tubes were not, so when we were looking at exporting things, vacuum tubes and circuits, the vacuum tubes weren't moving, circuits weren't moving because of the vacuum tube not getting to them, and they were 2 of the products that need to come over here to Crookwell and be delivered to here and to here, and both of those are coming out of this little center here. So that was an issue, and it was just causing us basically not being able to get the money that we should have been getting. So the main thing really was all about trains getting blocked. And now that we've made, well, look, we are making these trains go round here to get to Gwalia and National Park, but it's a small price to pay to build capacity in here. And don't forget, we are also looking at this circuit situation, and we may need to up the circuits. It sounds like, yeah, look at this. Vacuum tubes is just, ooh. Look at look how dry these are. What is the problem? The problem is the grain train. It is. Vacuum tubes require copper wire, and copper wire require, where's copper wire coming out of? Where are you getting done? Copper wire, copper wire, copper wire. Vacuum tubes need copper wires. Copper wires are coming from where? Yeah. copper wires are coming from here. Okay, they've got copper wires. So what do you need? Oh, you need glass tubes. Ah, this will be a sand issue. Glass tubes. So glass tubes, yeah, it's one factory for glass tubes. And by the way, the glass tubes need to come into here, and they need sand to come into here. So let's go see if we've got a problem with the sand train. Is this gravel? It is. Where's sand? Where's the sand train? I think it's going to come from this direction, not that direction. Oh, you keep moving, please. Gonna go all the way back and just see where the sand train is and maybe double it up. Let's see what it costs us to double up a sand train. Is that it there? That's copper. Why is the sand train coming out here? Why is the sand train? Ah, he's bringing sand to there to sell it. Is he? You're going from Holbrook to Harrietville and you're selling sand to that. Now, if you do that, is this connected? Yes, it is. So you're selling directly. Interesting. It's been ages ago since I was doing this. Then where's sand come from, people? Where are we getting the sand from? These guys. That's a high-speed rail. Did we doing something over here? No, that was the last series in that top corner. Right, where's the sand coming from, people? Let's go find out, actually, because I need to. Ooh, here we go, sand. Right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we got lots of sand, but I don't know what we got by the way of trains bringing sand out. Now, of course, it had itself to this little network. It's now got to deal with some issues. I don't know if we got a sand train on speed 1. We are, yes. Replacement schedules. This is vehicle replacement scheduler. Wow. I've not seen this. I need to have a look at this. This sounds like it's going to be brilliant. Oh, that does look good. Okay, let's just close that and go to this. Fleet manager, bring up the train selection. And of course, I just want to look at, let's get them all together by route so they sit together. And then we will have a look at, we've got 26 trains here, but we want sand. Sand to Harrietville East is that train, and it brings in money, so it's got a little green earning next to it. Now, Sand Industrial Hub's the one that we want. Where are you? Where are you? Take a ride. Follow vehicle. Okay. Sand Industrial Hub. Here you are. So at least you've got the open one. We can see you, and you're there. Now, everything seems to be slowing down with the sand. So I wonder if I wanted to double up that train just for now. Let's see if we could do this. 3 million. That's expensive. Sand, so there. Yeah, we don't need to do that. But what we could do, let me just very quickly do this one actually. So let's go. Let's pick an engine. 2 million for these engines. God, we're really far along here. What are the speeds? See, these guys are really fast. I just want a diesel, please. I only want diesel trains. Yeah. There we go. What do we got? 1.9 million. No. I think, let's get this lovely looking one. Yeah, we can do that. I do like that. Okay, and then we want the product to be, please, sand. Not gold, but sand. Yep. And not diesel, but these guys, the hoppers. And I want it to be, is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, you're 137 meters, and that's 1.9 million. 8, let's go 9 and 10. Duplicate, buy for 2.1 million. Let's assign you to an existing order. And it's going to be the route sand to the industrial hub. Brilliant. Okay, and release. And so that'll just bring in some extra sand there for a little bit of money that we had, and bring in the extra sand. I'm going to keep this bypass track here, by the way. That'd be lovely. Yeah, I think we've done pretty good. Look, this seems to be working at the moment. I need to look at why trains are sitting. If trains are sitting in the main industrial hub, not so much the gold hub, but if they're sitting in the main hub for too long, I need to look at why. So that's a good way to troubleshoot, because we could then work back to say, Why we don't have circuits, it's because we don't have vacuum tubes. We don't have vacuum tubes because we don't have the glass tubes. We don't have glass tubes because we don't have the sand. And why don't we have the sand? I don't know why that sand train wasn't bringing the sand where it needed to be, but it is back off doing its thing, and we should be good. Guys, I'm going to leave the episode here. This has been lovely. I'm really enjoying this. I can tinker with this in between episodes, make a couple of little changes, and we can see how we go. And I possibly might even pop this one back in, but this is just meaning that all trains don't come back out here, so I might actually just put this back in, but we'll see. Don't forget to leave your comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Stitch Up if you're enjoying this. We're also playing Factorio, a lovely series in that, as well as some Planet Coaster, and I'll see you in the very next episode of Voxel Tycoon. This is our Passengers Let's Play. Cheers.